Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with some more Starfield. So it's been about a week. We're gonna have a week or so of Starfield content before we start hammering into Final Fantasy Rebirth, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and then we will be back to Starfield. So we're gonna do this first one, destroy the Crimson Fleet, to get a mission done here. And then we'll be done with this.
Targets lost their shields.
Okay, so that was done. That was pretty easy. All right, so we have to go back to Emma Wilcox. I think we have to go to the empty nest. Hold on a second, guys. There we go.
Ready to land. Hey Dan, want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku? Huh?
This is the wrong point.
Not bad.
Damn, Sam.
Hey, will you write it down so I can carry it out?
Where's my ship?
Shaw and her gang are strong-arm types. Rob, my life is an open book. Yep.
The 1.5. Okay, that's why.
Seems like the Crimson.
Okay, that's the first mission done.
There's gotta be more to life than
Well, hey there.
this. Might be time for a change.
You've got potential. Just need to see a little more from you. Oh, you're back. How'd it go?
Mission was a success. I'm ready to take the next step.
Day in,
Good.
day out.
You did what I asked, so let's go meet the marshal. Follow me.
Okay.
We're headquartered in the upper floors of the rock, but we also have remote stations throughout Freestar Collective space. Helps us to identify and respond to threats more quickly. Like I said before, there are less than a dozen rangers in all, and we operate with limited resources. Thankfully, most people respect us and are willing to cooperate. This job, your eyes, ears, and wits are every bit as important as your badge and your sidearm.
Okay.
Marshal.
Emma, I take it you're here because you're satisfied that our new recruit can handle the job.
Seems capable enough, and we could use the help.
All right then. Step forward, recruit. Let me have a word with you.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I've got just one question. Do you pledge to defend the people of the Freestar Collective, even if it means risking your own life?
Absolutely.
Good. Here, take these. You're now a Freestar Ranger deputy. I'm assigning you to Ranger Wilcox for some field training. Listen good to what she tells you. Welcome aboard, deputy.
Congratulations. The Rangers ain't a bad outfit. They're lucky to have you.
Wish we could throw you a welcome party, but there's work to do. We got word from a farmer on Montera Luna. She says someone's trying to take her farm, and she's afraid she might be in danger.
Do you know anything about this farmer?
Just the name. Michaela Wagner. There have been Wagoners on Montera Luna for a long time, and I'm sure they're proud of that heritage.
What can you tell me about Montera Luna?
Well, it's a moon that orbits Montera. It's got a breathable atmosphere, warm climate, and good soil for growing.
Okay.
Whoa! How about you ease back on the throttle there, Deputy? Violence is the last.
I didn't mean to
Grab any supplies
hit
you
that.
might need.
Pay attention to what Ranger Wilcox tells you.
I didn't mean to hit that. It happens. Got my deputy hat. Got my deputy uniform. I'm not gonna put on.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. You are good to go. All clear to land.
Okay.
Setting down, everything in the green.
Why don't I just land on the pad that's to the right of the ship?
Good folk here. Hard workers.
No more heat leeches.
The Freestar Rangers. You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened.
I was out planting in the fields when I saw some men approaching. They looked like soldiers with uniforms and weapons and such. They wanted to buy the farm. Didn't even ask if it was for sale. Their offer was so low, I told them right where they could stick it. They said they'd give me time to think about it, but if I didn't change my mind, I was gonna regret it. Then they left.
How many men were there?
There were 4, but when they were walking away, I heard them talking like there were others. Maybe there's more out there.
Any reason why someone might want this farm in particular?
Nothing I can think of, no. Truth is, We're in some hard times here. The last harvest was the worst we've had in a long time. Besides, it ain't like there's a lack of available land around here.
So they look like soldiers?
That's right. The uniforms look like the ones worn by Free Star soldiers back during the war. They had a certain steel in their eyes. Like men who are used to violence. I was in fear for my life.
If they're planning to come back, they must be somewhere nearby.
Back behind the house, there's some canyons. They went that way.
Okay.
That place is dangerous. Steep slopes, narrow trails, rock slides, and all manner of hostile creatures, too. If you're going after those men, be careful. Oh, there's one other thing. They said they were the first. The first of what, I'm not sure. But there must be more of them coming.
Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these men. All right, Deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Since these guys don't know we're after them, they're probably not making an effort to hide their tracks. Boot tracks. Several pairs by the look. Not too old either. Let's head down into the canyon and see if we can find more. Quiet. I like it.
Okay.
Hey! Looks like it's ready.
Okay.
Got a situation here.
Tough break, farmer. Hopefully whatever got them doesn't get us.
Look out!
Okay.
Watch it!
Good thing I have quick reflexes there.
Grab some cover. Use force, but I gotta do it.
Hope you don't mind I let you skin that one.
Okay.
This way. Let's just hope they're not perched up on these canyon walls, waiting to snipe us. I need to get out under the sky for a spell. It's too late.
Wanna mess with me and my friend? Ha! Oh, this.
Whew.
I got company, I think. I mean, never get.
Okay.
You're a natural tracker.
Well, I mean, it's all on the ground. It's pretty easy to track.
You smell that? I'd bet my badge that's wood smoke from a campfire.
Fun times ahead. Stay frosty.
We're gonna have some fun. You mean that whole thing was a setup to keep the Rangers distracted?
That don't concern you. If the Rangers get in our way, then they get what they deserve. That's all you need to know. Now quit complaining and get back to your post. And here I was worried I wouldn't get to shoot anyone.
Okay.
Thank you very kindly.
Dead Ranger walking.
Well now, Look who's here. Ms. Wagner called in the cavalry. Except
I don't know
it
where
ain't
he
much
is.
of cavalry. I suggest you turn around and walk away while you still can.
A firefight here could get messy. Some good old-fashioned talking might be the ticket.
What do you want with Wagner Farm?
Oh, it ain't exactly the farm that's special. But that ain't none of your business.
Who are you?
Don't recognize the uniforms. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's like the Major said, everyone's conveniently forgotten.
The veterans.
Forgotten our sacrifice. Forgotten how we were betrayed. We'll make them all remember soon enough. I promise you that.
Not going anywhere until I get some answers.
You think you're in a position to make demands. Well, I've got news for you. All you're getting from me is a shallow grave. So, got any last words I should try to remember?
This doesn't need to get violent.
Oh, I think it does.
He's invisible.
Get ready! Damn, that was a lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk. Are you okay?
Is this a normal workday for a ranger?
Not usually. Most of the bad guys we run into are smart enough to stand down when they see the badge.
What do you make of these guys?
No way they're common thugs or hired muscle. The weapons, the training, the steel nerves. No, these guys were professionals. That badge with the number 1, I feel like I've seen that before, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm good. Not my first firefight.
Really? Guess you've led a pretty exciting life. Maybe the less I know about that, the better. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find something that explains what these guys were up to.
Okay. What are we looking for?
Hopefully, we can find something that explains who these guys were and why they were after the Wagner farm.
I'll see what I can find.
Likewise.
Okay, read the slate. My contract on the inside came through, and I've got your ship. Grabbed it right out of the factory. How embarrassing for Hope Tech. I'll drop it off at the agreed upon location once the credits are in my account. Need any other ships, Jack? Let me know. I'm always looking for work.
Find anything interesting?
Take a look at this.
Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner know that she's safe. For now.
Good day, Captain.
What's the news? What happened? Did you find those men?
They were in the canyon, like you said. Unfortunately, it came to violence.
Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy or desperate, trying to take on the Freestar Rangers. So who were they? And why do they want my farm?
Do you know anything about stolen Hope Tech starship?
Hope Tech? The cargo ship company? Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
We have a lead, but it's too early to say.
They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long.
Just doing our job.
Of course. All the same, I'm grateful.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
Okay. Punk.
Ah, love the smell of getting back into the harness.
We're gonna have to get tungsten. Hey. Okay. Put this in the cargo hold. Okay, Daniel Blake is who we need to talk to.
Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
What is that?
The mayor's all right. Always.
Am I crazy? Did I miss a stairwell?
Hey there, deputy.
Right here. Yeah, I did.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done.
Shall we celebrate with a drink?
You did good, but a celebration might be a little premature.
There's still some unanswered questions.
I agree. Until we see the whole picture, we won't know if Miss Wagner is truly safe. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm?
They were tough and well armed, probably mercenaries.
If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm?
They hired someone to steal a ship from Hope Tech.
Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. They also said something about being forgotten. They seemed bitter about it, resentful. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? Any of that sound familiar?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it anyway.
Could those men be veterans from the first Cav?
I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely. The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. I don't recall how long the sentence was.
It was the Colony War?
The war between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective? Worst conflict the settled systems has ever seen. Each side unleashed terrible weapons on the other, and countless people died. The armistice was signed 20 years ago, but a lot of folks still bear their scars.
What happened at the Battle of Nera?
The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take the United Colonies base. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed for nothing. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up.
It doesn't find that Starship Thief that those men hired is our best lead.
Hell, it's our only lead.
This is true.
The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to.
Okay. Council of Governors.
The ruling body that oversees the Freestar Collective and the Rangers. The council members are the political and corporate elite of the Freestar Collective, so we have to tread lightly when we're dealing with them.
What can you tell me about Ron Hope?
Proud, stubborn, and smart. A self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower.
That won't be a problem.
Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my neck. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montera Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
Okay.
To think one man made all of this. Nothing was here until Ron Hope.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Okay, let's talk to the Ranger. It's not this one. Okay, this one doesn't fit. That one doesn't fit. Oh, I just need to go in orbit.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Freestar Ranger Nia Kalu. If anyone is hearing this, system's failing. Need help. I repeat, need help.
We will save you.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
I just gotta ask.
Because I fell.
Oh, it's you. Please tell me you're here to help, not to try and steal my ship.
The marshal sent me to find you.
You need my help. I'd laugh if it didn't hurt so much. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on merchant ships. Bastards got the drop on me. I ran them off, but they got a few good hits in. As you can see, I ain't in much shape to make repairs.
Are those outlaw ships still in the area?
No, no chance. They took as much of a beating as I did, while outnumbering me 3 to 1, I'd like to point out.
What do you need me to do?
Repair my ship? Please.
We need to get you to a doctor.
I'll be fine once the pain medication kicks in. The priority right now is the ship. Can't do my job without it. Just patch her up enough to get to Hopetown. The rest can get fixed up there. Thanks. I owe you.
Rangers always got each other's back.
Okay, we missed one spot.
Thanks. That should get me home.
Those outlaw ships still need to be dealt with.
You're right. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. But if they make it back to their hideout, I might never find them again. We can't let that happen.
What can you tell me about the ships?
Light armaments, not too fast. Pilots are gifted amateurs, but still amateurs. You'll be outnumbered, but they'll be damaged, which should even things up for you.
Tell me where they were heading, I'll handle it.
They look to be heading for Polvo's moon Miatha.
Good hunting.
Okay.
Then you're jumping out of here. Then grab drives down.
Okay. Back to talk with the ranger.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Hello.
I think one man made all of this. Nothing was here until Ron Hope.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust?
Easy peasy. How are you feeling though?
I can walk, talk, and breathe without too much pain. That's good enough for me.
No trouble at all.
Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free.
Nobody reported it?
No, and I can't get answers as to why not. I'm sure Mr. Hope has his reasons.
I'd like to look around first.
Sure, I'll be right here.
I think we already looked around before. Let's just go up and see him.
His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Trucks in space. Their motto always cracks me up.
Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect.
Alright, that's not a good sign that the secretary's out.
All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
But this one's even more insanely above everyone else.
As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea.
Provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
And, excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Free Star Rangers. At last! Ah, damn good to see you, Leah. I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling being a Free Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you.
Okay.
Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better.
I found your stolen ship on Montero Luna.
That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors.
I'm aware of your position.
Then, I trust that you know what I expect of you. Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind.
The ship was delivered to a group of men who were trying to acquire a farm.
Though what happened after the ship was taken doesn't concern me. What does concern me is making sure that this doesn't happen again. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can.
Is there anything unique about the stolen ship?
No, nothing at all. It was just a standard Hope Tech cargo holder. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hope Tech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes.
Did anyone see the thief?
We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped in unseen.
The thief had inside help. Know anything about that?
What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hope Tech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know.
Why didn't anyone report the theft?
Because I told them not to.
Why would you do that?
It would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would
No, that's true.
flock to Hopetown and start planning the next heist.
I think we're done here.
Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on HopeTech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
You've got a reputation for looking after your own, Mr. Hope. I'm sure the deputy here will keep that in mind.
Is that so? Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. I've worked hard to make sure that everyone here is well cared for.
You can count on my discretion.
I'm glad we understand one another.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail.
It's enough to go on.
Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different kind of place.
What can you tell me about him?
He's what I'd call a pragmatist. He sees things for what they are. He's also well connected, which means a lot on Neon. You should listen to what he tells you. It'll keep you out of trouble.
How's Neon different?
Well, we could talk for an hour about that.
Yeah, I already know
Short
this.
version would be the badge doesn't carry the same weight on Neon. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work. It was good to meet you, Deputy.
Keep your eyes and ears open. I'm not sure we got the whole... what's next for you?
I'll be taking it easy for a couple of days. Need time to heal up. Then, I need to get back up there and keep an eye out for more pirates. I'm hoping to track one of their ships so I can find their hideout. Guess we could both use a little luck, huh?
Keep your eyes and ears open. I'm not sure we got the whole story.
Yeah, the question of who helped the starship thief is still an open one. Don't you worry. I'll keep an ear to the ground. You be careful in Neon.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I could ever live in a place like this. Great to visit.
All right, so we're gonna get in the office, but we're not gonna call. We're not gonna talk to him. It'll be for next episode. We'll continue our investigation. So thank y'all for joining me. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.